Have you thought about how you love to learn? This session is all about learning styles. How although we might all look similar, we all learn in slightly different ways. So firstly, start off and think about something you learned recently. What was it? Something new, where you suddenly understood something. Well, for me, it was when I had to build a fence and I had to learn to tie wire. Well, the first thing I did was I visited a farmer who's built lots of fences, and I asked him and he told me about how to build a fence, and I heard it, but it didn't make a lot of sense to me. So I went on to YouTube and I looked at a clip. It made more sense. It took me step by step through with pictures. Very helpful. But it wasn't until I got out and I started trying it myself, put on my gloves, winding wire, even made mistakes, but then it made sense to me. So it made me think about how we input information into our minds, into our brains. And we have three basic ways. We hear, we see, and we do. So if you prefer to hear information, well, then what happens is that you prefer to hear stories and have discussion, hear an explanation, those sorts of things. If you prefer to see information, then you will love videos and images and pictures and diagrams and charts. That will make sense to you. If you learn best by doing, which is called kinesthetic learning, you will like to practice. You'll like to use your hands and try things yourself and be active in it, even make mistakes. So when the input suits you, the style, then it makes sense to you, the information. And so you'll say, aha, the lights come on. It makes sense to me. I understand. Oh, it is so exciting when kids, when teens, when adults, when even tigers get it, when the lights come on for them. It is so exciting to see. So let's think about why we teach with the knowledge of these three inputs in mind. Why do we use all three? Well, there's a couple of simple reasons. So think about the involvement of people. If we use all of the hearing, seeing and doing activities, then everyone is involved because we cover all the preferences. The second reason is it's much more interesting when we use all three. If we are just sitting and listening, it can be so boring. But if we're doing and seeing things, it comes alive for us. Another reason is that the learning becomes deeper. It becomes more memorable because the learning is more interesting. It will go from our head to our heart. The learning could transform us because it is far richer. There's one other reason that's really important, and that is that Jesus understood that people learn in different ways. There's many examples of him engaging with people in the Bible. One comes to mind, and that is when Jesus invites Peter onto the water to walk on it. Peter first sees Jesus walk on water. Then he hears Jesus command him, come out to me on the water. And then Peter steps out, he does it himself, and he actually walks on water. Here we see Jesus understanding that we all learn differently. So what does it mean for you? As you think about your group, how will you involve them with hearing, seeing and doing? Say if you're looking at a Bible passage with kids and you'll start to brainstorm some hearing types of things, maybe some stories to tell and some things you want to explain. You might brainstorm some seeing things, a video that would help, or a chart or a picture they could draw. Or you might brainstorm some doing activities, some things that will use their hands and their whole bodies. And then what you do once you've brainstormed those ideas, you put them into a sequence, a flow, so that the lesson comes alive and there's a flow between hearing, seeing and doing and hearing, and you see this great integration of all of the senses as children learn. I hope that this short session has been really helpful to you. I hope you engage kids and you help them take information, take ideas, and that it would transform them from their head to their heart. Thank you.